Hey everybody, welcome back to the Portable Church YouTube channel. Today we are doing an on-screen tutorial for Vista 3. We are excited to show you more about it. I'm just going to go right into it and start up the app. You're going to notice that I'm going to hit the button right there on my power menu that says Vista and let it warm up. Now, the actual app is free to use and just kind of demo and play around with. You do need a dongle to activate it for live usage. So you'll see in just a moment here that I have a pop-up that is going to tell me I have no dongle. There it is right there. No license dongle. I'm just going to ignore that for now because we're just going over the basics of the app. So we're going to start a new show, and I'm just going to call this one, we'll just call it Test Show. Simple enough. I'll add a 1. Why not? For good measure. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit some of the different things. I'm going to get rid of this command line right here. And I like to put this menu bar up at the top for my work preferences. You can just grab by those little hamburger menus and I'll make this full screen. All right. So the first thing in front of us is the universes. This is how you actually patch lights in these grids. Let's go through this bar first. So like I said, here's the universes, there's infinite amounts. And they all go up to 512 individually. Next is the console idea. So let's say you have a Vista sponsored console. You can have different things there. The fixture chooser, in the timeline, playback, and the user configurable window. Now all these have different purposes, as I mentioned. I'm going to be working from starting the universes, and then we'll go work in the fixture chooser. So 512 different squares. Each square represents one section of a light. So I'm going to type in a handful of different lights and just get us a little basic light set started. So I'll start with the Chauvet. Let's go with the Slim Par. We'll do we'll do these tri-7s. 7 channels. You'll notice it takes up 7 blocks for 7 channels. And I'll just put that 1 through 7. I'll add a few more. Do that real quick. All right. Perfect. Now I'm going to add a few more lights just for some continuity. I'm going to add some Martins. You can tell Vista has a preloaded amount that's just tons of different options you can choose from. I'm going to pick these MH6 washes. They take 14 sections, as you can see. So I'll put 2 of them on. So I have 2 different wash lights. And we'll go over to the fixture chooser. I personally like to work from the fixture chooser. It's a personal preference thing. You can work from the timeline or another section if you would like. And the first thing I'm going to do is start a new queue list. So you see me, I hit that new right there. Now I'm going to rename that queue list under Edit. Once that pops up, oops, my bad. Under Properties, there we go. So label, I'm going to change it to, how about just Test Show A? Why not? Perfect. So now you have a handful of different things going on. We have the first queue that I'm going to rename it to Walk In. You don't have to do this. Again, this is the personal preference. I like to take these red objects over here and just kind of move them out of the way. They are like a master for the lights. And so if I hit 1, it highlights all of them at once. You can see right there. I'm going to move these a little bit more towards the top of the screen, and I'm going to put these towards the bottom. And these are actually going to be my face lights, and then these will be like my background lights. We'll just call them that. So we'll pretend the stage is somewhere between there. All right, so I'm going to move these over here. Just move out of the way. We're going to pretend that those 4 lights at the top are on the back of the stage on the floor. So I'm going to click and drag over all of them again, choose blue. Now I can choose the intensity of the brightness now, so I'm going to just click and drag over this intensity. If I wanted to do a pre-selected, I could do 50, 100, 30, 40, 60, 50, whatever. So because this is going to be a walk-in queue, I'm going to leave these at about 50%, so they're still kind of bright, and leave the washes at 0, because I'm going to treat those like my face lights for right now. Next thing I'm going to do is hit this little green plus and add a new queue. I'm going to call this new queue the host moment. So let's say Sunday morning, the first thing that happens is that your host for Sunday comes out and says hello. When you create a new queue, it's cool because it actually carries over the last set of settings. So I'm going to bring these down to 30%, turn on my washes, give that kind of feel. Perfect. Now I have a host moment. And right here, it's the tilt and pan area. Tilt and pan allows you to do exactly that. Make sure that your lights, if they're movable, point them in the right direction. So I'm going to pretend that I have to tilt down a little bit and the pan can stay right in the center. All right. So next I'm going to add another cue. Let's say you have a video, like a bumper video before the sermon. I'm gonna turn those face lights off, and I'm actually, you know what, for a little bit of creativity, I'm just gonna turn the middle ones where the screen might be completely off, have the two on the sides illuminating. Okay, that sounds fun. All right, so my video is done. Now I'm gonna hit this button and restart. So let's say the show is going. Now I can show you actually from this section as well. These are your cue lists. So let's say you have to go through this. You start at the top. All right, cool. Go to the host moment. You can see the progress. The total time takes 2 seconds to go through that whole queue to activate it. All right, before I forget, I'm actually going to save this show. I'm going to go back to the fixture chooser section. And there you go. There's a couple cues to get you started for your Sunday morning with Vista 3. If you have any more questions, if you'd like another tutorial on this, maybe a little more in-depth about some of the different options your fixtures can have, feel free to let us know in the comments below. We are always here to help. If you have any questions, leave in the comments. Like I said, info@portablechurch.com. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Talk to you in the next one. Peace.
Jesse here. Looks like you finished another video. Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification for us, and then check out this next video.